In this video, we're going to be taking a look at solving equations with variables on both sides of the equal sign. Here's a fairly typical problem. 6x minus 3 is equal to 8x minus 21. You actually have 4 different ways you can start this problem. You can start by subtracting 6x from both sides. That'll cancel out the 6x. You could add 3 to both sides. That would cancel out the negative 3. You could subtract 8x from both sides. That would cancel out the 8x over here. Or you could add 21 to both sides, and that would cancel out the 21 here. The idea is that you want to get it so everything with an x term is on one side and everything without an x term is on the other. Well, the way I like to start these is I always start with the variable terms, and I'll subtract the smallest of the variable terms from both sides. Let me show you why. If I go 8x minus 6x, I have 2x. Notice it's positive 2x, whereas if I had subtracted 8x from both sides, 6x minus 8x would have given me negative 2x. And I just don't like to have negatives that I have to worry about. All right, let's bring everything else down. 6x minus 6x, that cancels. Bring down the negative 3 equals, make sure you bring down that negative. 8x minus 6x is 2x, and then minus 21. Now what I'm going to do is, well, you could do a roadmap if you wanted to. I leave it to you to do that. To continue, we would add 21 to both sides. Okay, so here we've got negative 3 plus 21. That's a positive 18. And we have a 2x. Negative 21 plus 21 cancels. Now we have 2 times x, so I'm going to divide both sides by 2. These 2 cancel, and I have just an x, so x equals, and 18 divided by 2 is 9. So there's my answer. Here's another example I want to show you. It is 2 parenthesis x minus 6 is equal to 9x plus 2. Now to do this problem, we have to do a little distribution first. So I'm going to start by distributing the 2 to what's in the parentheses. 2 times x is 2x. 2 times the negative 6 is minus 12 equals 9x plus 2. Now I could subtract 9x from both sides, but 2x minus 9x would give me a negative 7x. I don't want to deal with negatives, so I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides, so that 9x minus 2x is 7x. I'll bring down the plus 2. Over on this side, 2x minus 2x, those cancel, and I'll bring down the negative 12. To keep going, I'll subtract 2 from both sides. These cancel, the positive 2 and the negative 2 cancel. Negative 12 minus 2 is negative 14 equals, and I'll bring down the 7x. This is 7 times x, so I'll divide both sides by 7. These 7's cancel. The 7 in the numerator with the 7 in the denominator cancel. So just x equals negative 14 divided by 7. That's a negative divided by a positive. So that's negative 2. And there's my answer there. Remember, you want to go back and you want to check these by taking that answer and plugging it back in to the variable positions in the beginning of it. Check and make sure that that is the correct answer, but I'll leave that to you to do. All right, we're going to continue on with solving equations with variables on both sides of the equal sign. Call this part 2. But these next 2 problems I'm going to do for you, they have a twist. So let's take a look at the first one. and it is 6m minus 5 is equal to 7m plus 7 minus m. All right, well, if you look at this problem, on the right-hand side of the equal sign, we actually have two like terms. We have a 7m and a minus m. So I'm going to rewrite it so that those two terms are next to each other. All right, so now 7m's, take away an m, that's 7 minus 1m, there's a 1 there if you need it. We can rewrite this as 6m minus 5 is equal to, all this is just coming down, 7m minus 1m is 6m plus 7. And I'm going to pause here and I want you to notice something. On both sides of the equal sign we have the same variable term, 6m. Well, that's trying to tell you something, but let's keep going. I'm going to subtract 6m from both sides. All right, 6m here minus 6m cancels. I'll bring down the negative 5 equals 6m minus 6m. Those cancel, and I've got 7. Well, now this is really kind of strange. I've just solved a problem, and it's telling me that negative 5 equals 7. Well, this statement is always untrue. Negative 5 can never equal negative 5 can never equal 7. So what this is trying to tell you is that this has no solution. If you ever work a problem and you get something that is untrue and can never be true, like negative 5 equals 7, there is no solution. There is no value for m that you can put in here that would make this a true statement. So that's one particular type of problem. We've got another one I want to show you. And I'll start with 10 minus 8x is equal to 2 times 5 minus 4x. Okay, we've got a little bit of a distribution here. So I'm going to take 2 and distribute it. I'll bring down the 10 minus 8x is equal to 2 times 5 is 10, and 2 times negative 4x is minus 8x. Well, what you should notice right away is that the left-hand side equals the right-hand side. And that's trying to tell you something also. Well, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to add 8x to both sides. Negative 8x plus 8x, those cancel. So on the left-hand side, I have 10 equals negative 8x plus 8x, those cancel, and I have 10. 10 equals 10. This is always true. So instead of being no solution like it was up here, this is infinite solution. Also known as, aka, identity. So we've got two particular types of problems. One, where you're trying to solve it and you get an impossible situation, and that's trying to tell you that no matter what value you put in for m, it's never going to be true. That's no solution. And a different type of problem where no matter what you put in, it will always be true. Go back to this step right here. Well, 10 minus 8x is equal to 10 minus 8x. No matter what value you put in for x, this is always going to be true. So we had two particular types of problems, no solution and infinite or identity. Look for those in your homework.